Welcome back, everybody. Well, this is going to be my second attempt to repair this Land Cruiser. This is a 2000 Toyota Land Cruiser that has an ABS, VSC light, and the brake light that comes on randomly, and there's a tone that comes on that tells you that there's a problem in the ABS system. Now, the first attempt at this was to replace the accumulator motor that you can't see. It's under there somewhere, and it was hard to get at. But let me show you what it does. See if it does it again, because like I said, it comes and goes. I'm gonna go ahead and start the vehicle up, and nothing. See, that's what it does. That's why I wasn't sure if it was gonna be the ABS module or not, because it's such a random thing that it does. But we decided to go ahead and do it, and the reason I was hesitant is because it's expensive. Another thing that it does too is that this accumulator right here, it'll buzz and vibrate, and you can actually feel it inside the vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this, replace it with a brand new one. And here's a whole master cylinder assembly. It's all included. All the parts come together. Here's your ABS module. Here's your master cylinder, accumulator motor, and accumulator. And like I said, I looked. There's only one part that I was able to find separately, but everything comes together. The ABS module right there, which I think is what's wrong with everything, it all comes as one assembly. So I had to get the whole thing. Now, I tried to fix this the cheap and easy way, but it didn't work. This accumulator motor is probably the only part you can find separate. And I did replace that while the vehicle, obviously, while the master cylinder was still installed in the vehicle. It was not easy, but didn't work. So now I got to replace the ABS module, which is this component right here. And I think that's the only thing wrong with it. Can't buy it separate, so I got to get the whole thing. Now, removal should be pretty straightforward. Just some parts need to be removed, like this evap canister right here. On the inside, it'll get a little more difficult because there's not much room, but it's doable. There's a couple nuts right there that need to be removed. On the other side, there's also a couple nuts that they're harder to see, and there's also a pin that connects the brake pedal lever to the master cylinder shaft. Once you get all that removed on the inside, you're pretty much done, and everything else is on the outside. Started off by removing the electrical connectors off that evap canister. It's just a 12mm bolt holding it down. Zip that right off. Also, don't forget to disconnect your battery because you are dealing with electrical components. Just rip a few lines off of it and out the way it goes. Next, I went and disconnected the connectors on the ABS module. There's 3 connectors on the module itself, and there's a sensor that needs to be disconnected. Then I went ahead and removed, well, actually just loosened up all the brake lines. They're very accessible, very easy to get to. Once you get all that out of the way, it's gonna want to fight you on the way out. You can't really move those brake lines out of the way. You just kind of gotta like nudge them out of the way. So every time you're yanking on it, it's gonna pull and hang up. And the thing is, it weighs like 10 pounds, so it's kind of bulky and it's shaped very awkward. So you just gotta be patient, wiggle it around back and forth, and it should just pop right out. Now, when you go to reinstall it, you're gonna have the same issues. The lines are gonna be in the way. They're gonna try to hang up every time you try to install it. So you just wiggle it around, get the hole signed up, and set it up flush against the firewall, and it's good to go. Then all you gotta do is reinstall the brake lines. There's 2 on the right side of the master cylinder and 2 right on the front side of the master cylinder. Just loosely install those. We're gonna go ahead and tighten them up when we go to bleed the system. Now back on the inside of the vehicle, we're just gonna go ahead and get those nuts started on the bolts or the studs that come through the firewall. We're also gonna install the pin that connects the master cylinder to the brake pedal. And it's not that difficult, but it is, you know, hard to get into there. But you want to make sure that it goes right in there, and you can see the lever. This is a better view of it. There's a hole right there. You got to put a retaining pin in there, and there it is installed with the retaining pin, and there's the brake pedal lever. As soon as you got that, we'll put in all the nuts, retighten everything, and we're done on the inside. Well, it got dark on me quick. Wasn't able to show you the brake bleeding procedure, but that's pretty straightforward. The only difference being you will need a scan tool to bleed the ABS. So if you don't have one, you're going to have to find somebody who does to help you out with that. But all in all, I spent about $2,000 on this repair. The master cylinder was $1,800 and my quick and easy fix was $200. But I got it fixed. I just started the vehicle. I'm gonna go give it a good road test. The lights aren't coming on anymore. I have no buzzer, so I think it's good to go. But like always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one.